Ladies and gentlemen, you've entered the domain of the 1216 podcast. As you can see, the stars are around, the mountains are below, and you're now locked in full effect with the greatest duo to do it.
Fucking fool, man. Yeah, we're back. We're doubling up on 3 shows this week because we missed the previous weekend because we were at C2E2. So we have,
by the way, great sense people out there.
Yeah, I had a great time. Great time. Chopped it up with some people, met up with some people. So that was fun. Shout out to J-Mo.
Shout out that boy J-Mo.
Yeah, shout out to J-Mo, our dog.
J-Mo Jimbe.
Had a good time. So yeah, that's what was going on last weekend, but we are here. I'm back, like we said earlier on the other podcast from earlier. I'm back from Mania. We just talked about that. So here we are to talk anime now. So
it's time to burn it down and have Cero Miedo
this nigga
with Fire Force, baby.
Oh,
Enter so the flame somehow, somewhere in the background. I don't know, probably not. Shit, pushing it now.
Yeah, so we had a solid 2, well, really good second. I'd say second and the good third episode. With episode 2 and 3, I should say. Yeah. So good second episode, really good third episode.
Hey, Burns, that nigga is, man.
Like that, dog.
Burns versus Escanor. We need that match now. Somebody animate that Burns Escanor. Let's see what happens. It has to be the match has to start at like 11:55 and just
so he can stand a chance.
Exactly. Because afterwards, hey, Escanor, big dog. Hey, you got 1 minute to do what you got to do. The peak, the peak is right there. It's peaking.
Man.
But Fire Force, like you said, man, they've been doing good, bro.
Yeah, I'm just so glad it's back. It's so much going on. With the second episode, basically starting off with the Dola link that Shimmer has, and you finding out that they're gonna turn Captain Obi into an Infernal. So obviously, lets the crew know we need to speed up this whole timeline. We don't have time to actually like methodically plan to bust in type shit and whatnot. So they have to rush in and get the job done type shit. So we flash back from that to Captain Obi and Lieutenant Hinawa, and they're basically talking about it would mean to be a member of Company 8, the type of people that we want to have join the company, because at the end of the day, we may end up becoming rebels, which we do see happen, just because the simple fact that they were created to investigate other companies. Excuse me. They're created to investigate other companies and find out what's going on as it relates to the white clad, the evangelists, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to eventually end up ruffling feathers, which we clearly see is going on now. So it's really good. We see the type of people who are joined in on Company 8 as we are right now. The type of people who ride for each other, who are truly in a sense, it would seem just and good. Good is subjective, but good people really caring about other individuals, their safety, their well-being, and stopping the outbreak of Infernals. You know what I mean? Stopping this whole white clad stuff, because it's killing people.
Yeah,
or forcing them to kill people as well,
So. And then we also see fucking the connection between the Dolly with Burns, and Burns actually saying, you know what, I'm gonna put, of course, my faith into you all. And she was simply looked over at them and was like, hey, like, I'm glad you joined. I didn't want to have to, put you under a spell and like that, hypnosis to make you join, but just to see like he actually would do it. I wonder if there's something, it has to be something else that's bottom lining behind it. Why
he chose to work with him is what you're saying. Right.
Burns just can't be working with them because it's like, all right, cool, I see your vision. Like it's what he told us, it's what he told them as well. Like, I want to work with you all because I see the vision that you want to do, and we have the same shared vision. Let's turn this earth into let's make this planet a new sun.
Yeah. I just really wonder how he's gonna go about pulling off, if he does it, how he's gonna pull off a fake. Just because she can actually read his
His
mind, she can
mind,
read his
yeah.
thoughts, so she actually knows what he's, you know what I mean, legit what he's
Mm-hmm.
thinking, type shit. So we'll see how that all ends up playing out with him and everything, because he's clearly, you know, in episode 3, he's clearly in this fight going on now with
Shimmer and
Shinra
Joker.
and Joker. Yeah. So any more stuff? I mean,
Obi got locked up. We all know that already.
I was gonna say we got that.
Up.
But I guess my thing is, because I did take notes for some of the episodes. We see him, like you say, we see him locked up, but it's not really the fact that he's locked up. It's the fact that they kind of start talking about it on the news, saying that he's a criminal essentially because he was trying to, or he was holding Shinra hostage because he has an Adola link, blah blah blah, and all this. But our kind of viewpoint is, we know that he's doing the right thing.
Yep.
So they show us the common folk and what they think, and then they show us the people who are actually
the other
intertwined. I was going to say intertwined
like
with Captain, you know, with Company 8, like Obi,
Benimaru,
Hibana, Benimaru. You see their kind of point of view or perception, and it's like, yeah, what the public thinks is not necessarily what's truly going on. So we'll see how all of that starts to unfold in these episodes, man. It's just it's a lot. The crew comes to find out that Leak has been working with Joker. We as fans, we knew that behind the scenes this whole time, because we've been
the Dark
seeing
Heroes.
But this is their first time actually knowing, being introduced. Shinra's seen Joker a couple of times. We all knew at some point that it was going to lead to them working together, type shit. So now we're finally here, where they had that cool still where it's like, are you gonna stay in the light, or are you gonna come into the darkness? That shit,
they did jump down the Ninja Turtle sewers.
Went down a rabbit hole, man. So we gonna see how that all turns out.
What it is for me, bro, is that when they got down there and they finally looked at it, so we're kind of jumping into like the new episode, of course, episode 3. He kind of like, it says secret hideout, don't enter. Like, it's nothing secret about it. It's a dead giveaway for where they're at. Like, yes, we're here, come inside here, but again, that's probably like a setup, a trap, of course. If they're not there to put the right code in, passcode, whatever, not with it, whatever, however they get inside and open it up, whoever comes inside there may be subjected to getting their ass fucked up.
Indeed. Indeed. Yeah. So basically, they come down into the sewer, go into the base, and what's his name? Joker, he lets him know exactly where Captain Obi's being held and stuff. Fuchu Penitentiary.
Yep.
So they have to, you know, kind of not come up with a plan, like really detailed type shit like they would normally do, but they kind of have to improvise on the fly type shit. So basically what they do is they split into 2 groups. Shinra goes with Joker because they have easy mobility. Joker has a bike. Shinra obviously can fly. And then the other part of the crew is going to the truck. Yeah, the truck, which is how Joker or Leak normally moves around.
And they fucking dropped fucking Arthur. And
I don't even think he got on, bro.
He was on. So look, when they hit that bump, you can see his body fly out and land.
And
dead. Like when he landed, like they kept going, and like
I would have to go back and look at that part. Yeah, because I didn't even think he got on, because they were like, because he was standing back and he was thinking about dragons and slaying dragons and all that, and they were like, Arthur, if you don't get on or hurry up, you'll get left behind. So I didn't even know. So I'm definitely gonna have to go back and look at that.
So yeah, go back and look, bro. When they hit the bump, you can see like the body fall out and land, but you don't know but you don't know who it is. It looks like that they ran over a body or whatnot, but it's not. They ran over a body. They just hit that hump, and you can see like the Fire Force jacket there as they continue to go. So
I'm definitely gonna go back
because when they got there, they were all chatting, going through all this rah shit like that. And he turns around and he says, "Arthur, you ready for this?"
Gone. Where's Arthur? Yeah, so that was crazy. Is there anything else for the second episode? No, basically, we find out basically we kind of talked about it earlier that Burns wasn't brainwashed. He's something's going on that he's actually choosing to follow them willingly.
Which
Joker,
is giving me, you know what vibes he gives me, bro? He gives me Kizaru vibes. Like Kizaru was infiltrating the Blackbeard pirates for the most part. Like, I'm on your side. I'm gonna do this way right here. I'm gonna show you guys how it's done.
Kuzan?
Kuzan, yeah.
You said Kizaru.
My bad. Kuzan.
Yeah. Because when you said black infiltrating the Blackbeard pirates,
yeah,
like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. See, hey, that's what we have. We got you.
Nah, I got you. Yeah.
Good cleanup, my boy. Yeah, Sirski. So he's giving me those vibes, bro. Like
what are his real intentions
to show exactly? Are you like I'm still thinking like it has to be somehow, some way that this man is involved with Sword somehow, some way.
Oh yeah,
putting that together with Burns, like Burns has to have like, I got to make that flip right now and make everybody believe that I believe, and make myself, not only me, but not only people around me, but also me believe that I want to join them. The White Cloud they have the mission that I'm after. Let's turn this place into a new sun. I really hope that man can somehow, some way, once he gets to like that super level power, what is it? He's in stage 2 right now. If he hits stage 3 or stage 4 or whatnot, like then he makes that switch. Like, I got enough power now to take y'all on. He just couldn't do it by himself. That's probably the reason why he needed them to come after him.
Crazy all in all, yeah. They bust in through the building. Sheena and Joker, and then start the fight. It goes crazy after that, man. Really intense episode because you got all of that going on with them fighting, and then you have this other stuff with how Maya with the whole unconscious was. I got it written down. The whole unconscious, the collective unconscious, and the age of deciphering pi. So what does all of that mean? Because she's in the basement, like kind of. Going crazy and shit, touching her head and all this other kind of stuff. So
she's basically getting like the Abdullah linked and going through all the information unlocked from what she knows. And that's what it looks like. And she's just getting the information like shoved into her mind.
Yeah, because I was gonna say it had something to do with back in season 2 when they went to the other tabernacle when they found those actual numbers laying around and whatnot. And Arthur was the one to figure out that it was actually pi. So what does pi have to do with destroying the world type shit? So that's what it kind of seems to be. So
take on that infinite.
Yeah, great fight. The other info was Captain Hibana found that there's some kind of link between all the stuff with the Infernals and where she grew up in that church with Iris. So all of her research that she's been doing is leading back to that church. So the man-made Infernals, how was that church connected to everything and whatnot? So that's gonna be interesting to see when we find out what the true reveal on that is. Company 8 basically getting into a fight as well because they bust into a different part of the prison than Sheena and Joker do, so they're getting into a fight with Gold, and there are a couple other.
Hey, that was actually funny. Gold was like, it'd just be really weird for somebody to just pop up and just bust out right here.
They wouldn't do that shit.
Boom! All right, Company 8, let's
do this.
Damn. Hi.
Just go to work. So they basically gonna have to figure out a way to stop Gold and her abilities and all that kind of stuff because it's something to do with their arm, as you can see. Leet and I can't even think of his name right now. But the mechanic, the engineer, Vulcan. He's the one who has the goggles on. And he's kind of like trying to see what her arm is doing, so Leet can analyze it and everything. So. We'll see what that all comes to be.
Arthur might have to come back and hurt me get there because he might be the one who can actually defeat them.
Yeah, from the preview of next week's episode, it kind of seems like Tamaki's lucky lecture is going to do something to help out. So yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. But two good episodes, man. I'm really enjoying the season so far.
I don't watch the end part, man. I make sure that I don't.
Okay.
I'm gonna be surprised about everything at the end. So you spoiling shit from here already, man. That's fucked up, bro.
I feel it.
I feel it. Damn, that's all you gotta say. You spoiling shit. I feel it. Nigga, you better watch it there. Nigga,
It's out there to watch. That ain't my fault.
But now we are making this shift because whether you're a devil or a hero, it doesn't matter because you can still be a vigilante. And My Hero Vigilantes has been going crazy for the past 2 episodes. We now have Crawler and Pop, and as well as Knuckle, doing some really good things together, and as well as living together unexpectedly. But episode 2, let's start off right there. Where we're getting more information just about the Black Corks, the Black Tongues, and more correlation to pushing the storyline forward.
Yeah, we get to obviously pick up right where they left off of him with Knuckle Duster getting ready to fight Endeavor. So they go through that, do all of that shit and whatnot, and he kind of ends up letting him go because he realized that Knuckle Duster doesn't have a quirk because he tries to use his quirk on him.
Not Endeavor, Aizawa.
Aizawa, yeah, appreciate it. That see, there we go. Again, there we go. Aizawa uses his erasure on him, and it doesn't do anything because he realizes, oh shit, he's just that strong type shit. So he stops doing that with him, stops to fight with him because he doesn't have any cause to fight with him because he's not using a quirk illegally. So he lets him go. Meanwhile, Pop Step and Crawler, they're going after the guy with the briefcase with the little toys and whatnot. And then you get the 3 dumbass villains from last week with the actual upgraded quirk now from what they did last week. So Pop Step is still going on chasing after them. Knuckle Duster and the Crawler go up against the 3, the 3 idiots. And then they end up having to chase. They take them down. They end up having to chase her, and then Buddy ends up using the quirk,
the quirk booster thing up on him. Yeah, the drug.
You realize the dolls are actually the quirk boosting drug, so he uses it on himself, and
gigantic forearms everywhere.
Goes fucking crazy. He starts smashing
playing with cars and shit,
all that kind of stuff. Fucking grab Pop was squeezing her. Playing with her like she was a doll. Yeah.
Literally, that's what he did. He thought he had action figures in his hand.
Action figures, exactly.
Because he had the car playing around with the car as well, and then he
turned into a big ass baby. Yeah.
What did he grab? He grabbed Knuckle Duster as well, I think, right? And threw him or some shit like that. When he flew into
he got knocked back into the garbage cans. After he tried to knock him down or something that. And he ended up losing his balance, and then fucking Pop flew out his hands, and then you got the classic kind of My Hero scene with a Midoriya kind of speech before I save somebody type shit. So that was really cool to see him giving the speech. I just want to fly, and then went up and caught her and everything, and she bounced off of him, and he fell into the garbage. So. Bro, I'm really interested to see his development.
Dirty here, bro. It's trash everywhere. There's trash everywhere on
It ain't garbage day.
Why is nobody cleaning up this shit?
It ain't garbage day.
When is garbage day?
It ain't that day. And thank God for it, because otherwise he'd probably be splat on the pavement.
Because, bro, this is terrible, bro. But like you said, the whole Crawler coming up there and flying up, and when Pop was seeing that he's gonna catch her, I just like the fact that they have a dynamic now where he was like, oh shit, like I gotta push this dude real quick so I can fly away and let him land somewhere safe as well.
She was worried about him going down, even though he came up to save him.
How would they have fucking landed if he would have just called her out the air? I got you. No, you don't. I got you. Kick, boom.
Man.
But them going through that, of course, was one of those really good ones. And then they had a really good thing when we seen like Aizawa come back up at the very end of it.
He saved them.
Exactly. Had to talk a little bit about and gave them that you don't have a license, do you?
He did use the erasure and then shrunk his ass down and wrapped him up with the scarf. Like, yeah, without that gigantification, he ain't really shit out yet.
Gotcha, nigga.
Yeah. And then, like 12 said, right after that, he had the conversation with Knuckle Duster and everything. So we'll see if he still kind of plays around in the story, because he was talking about doing the job that the heroes don't have the time for, the heroes aren't doing or whatnot. So kind of enlightened him to the fact about the drug and everything. But we come to find out that the cops do know about it, that shit is going
Yeah.
on. So they're on the search, on the hunt to figure out where the drug is coming from. And they also know about Koichi and Knuckle Duster. They don't know who they are, but they just know that there are vigilantes out there doing work. We come to find that out in the third episode.
Yeah, yep. And then we got a we got a really cool I guess cameo that My Hero did. I don't know if you peeped up on it, but the teenagers they met, the middle schoolers they met inside episode 2, came into episode 3, and they were dressed as Cyclops and Wolverine, and they were just nerding out doing
That's
like
what they're
nerd
supposed
shit.
to be.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Little X-Men cameo inside there, from stumping out of course the Crawler to from Mr. Nice to the actual Crawler now to actually being on his side for the next episode. Pretty interesting to see. That was kind of funny.
Yeah. We get another fight later on in that episode as well, where fights another fucking boosted up Trigger, Trigger
Rage,
Trigger instant villain. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. We see that, then they end up having to go up against them again. Fucking Koichi and Pop Step, they're interacting with the two kids who they kind of went to break the fight up and whatnot. Pop Step goes on and she kind of explains to them what the situation is, while Knuckle Duster and Koichi take out the new instant villain and everything. So it's pretty, the story is definitely starting to ramp up, especially when we get to this third episode. It really starts to push the story forward, but it also poses more questions as to like what's going to happen, who this person is working for, and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
really good episode. Cool to see Sansa and Tsukuchi as well.
Yeah, especially seeing how they took down the, what is he, like a rock guy?
Something
how they
like
took
that.
him down with that leg sweep, and then Koichi comes behind him and just swipes out his legs. Man, they're going to be a force to see. I'm really excited to see just how
and him explaining the mechanics of how his quirk works, so how a normal person like him can actually like beat his ass type shit.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
But then we jump over. I think that's everything from episode 2. We jump over to episode 3B. I believe that's what we started off at, right? Yeah, episode 3 was, of course, seeing Koichi as he was inside college, taking, going for his test, studying, doing the good stuff inside there. And then after that, we know he has to go back to the crib, where he finds that he has 2 guests inside of his house that just won't leave. Just won't leave. This is now our new hangout. So he goes from college work to getting out his actual part-time job. But he crawls up the side of a wall to get to his apartment on the top, where he comes inside there and says, "I'm home." It's not really like anybody's here to hear me, but and then he opens his eyes and realizes that 1, the beers are being drunk, 2, sports are being watched, 3, food is being eaten. Knuckle Duster is sitting inside there, and he broke the window to get in. So very interesting to see just the dynamic. They now have a headquarters, I want to say, for them to go ahead and do operations out of.
Yeah, so they've all basically moved in.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, yeah, he talked about how he thought
to separate.
Yeah, he thought how his college life and all that kind of stuff was gonna be and everything, and it didn't turn out to be what he thought it was gonna be. But at the end of the day, you can kind of tell he likes the company and everything, having those 2 around. So the progression of him starting to slowly become a hero, we're going to obviously see that over the course of this series. I don't know if he at the end of the day becomes a licensed hero or not, but we know that it doesn't mean anything whether you're a licensed hero or not in kind of like Stain's ideology. It's about going out and doing the right thing to help people for the right reasons, not for money, for fame, for fortune, all that kind of stuff. So
being that having that integrity,
yeah,
and with integrity, doing the right thing when no one's looking.
funny as hell. Yeah,
Fucking
so
UIC college prep.
I am dead. After that, we basically see Pop Step. She has another show, and that we see the two kids from last week, the two school kids, and they're basically talking to another fan who's kind of like freaking out and everything. And they was
This
like,
is
"Hey,
their
bro,
what's his name? Little grape rush. What's his name? What's his name?
Manetta."
This is the Minetta of this show.
That shit was funny as hell.
Yes,
He's like, yeah, I
this is
just
the
want to hold
Minetta.
her hand, blah, 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 blah. And then he ends up, you know, they tried to like calm down, bro. You ain't got to do all that. And
Relax,
he ends
nigga,
up taking
him, bro.
yeah, he ends up taking Trigger and fucking turns into a big ass eel and ends up chasing her all over the city and whatnot.
Bro, first off, they're funny as hell for animation. He turned to this eel and you seen this splat. Everybody getting splattered on. He was just going at it. He was uncontrollably. What the man Rocky say? Y'all inside jail, fighting inside the showers and shit, slipping on semen. I was like,
I am dead. Hell no.
That's pretty much what you're seeing. This man was the ultimate Minetta Gooner. He wanted a handshake, then he wanted even more. What's funny is, did you hear what Knuckle Duster said?
Yeah, give him some on the cheek too. Why not?
Let him cop a feel. Give him some on the cheek. Yeah, go ahead. That's all he wanted. He wanted that more. The man was the ultimate.
They say, I don't see why not. Well, I don't see what is hurting. Why not? Go ahead, let him do it. Cop a feel. So yeah, they end up taking him down, the eel down, by dropping fucking flour on him and everything. So they take care of that situation.
Got that flour from an udon shop.
Yeah, I wonder what they was gonna get. I thought it was gonna be salt, but it turned out to be
I said the same exact thing, bro.
I thought it was gonna be salt, but it turned out to be flour. So I knew it was gonna have to be something to dry him out because they couldn't hit him because it's an eel, obviously a slipper. Yeah. So yeah,
they tried that. That didn't work. Tried to grab him, slipped right off. Tried to punch him, slipped right off. Very interesting to see the dynamic of just how them three interact with everything. It's weird because like you look at them and you get like this supposed to be All Might, Deku, and Ochako, but this is
a different kind of vibe.
Vibe to them. This the vigilante vibe to them.
Mm-hmm. So I've definitely been enjoying it. We find that Sukauchi has narrowed down the drug to 2 distinct locations to being sold, but they have no idea what the motive is because they're letting the drug go for free, but it's like a high priced drug. You can make hella money off of it. So what's the actual motive behind why they're doing this? So
and everybody's walking up like they all have the same thing in common. We never met the person before. He walks up, gives the drug, and just goes from there.
Man, so we go from that point to the 2 kids actually hitting up the eel kid,
Gooner.
I'm dead after the whole situation is done, and basically like, hey, we can introduce you to Pop Step, and maybe if we do that, he'd be willing to give information about who this person is, blah blah blah, all this other kind of stuff about the drugs and whatnot. So basically Koichi and Pop Step are like, no, we're not gonna take
Knuckle
Duster with us. We just gonna go ahead and go off on our own. So on their way to meet up with the 2 kids and the eel kid, they end up taking a selfie with who we obviously come to find out later on is going to be one of the villains of the series. I kind of knew that from the trailer and knew it from like the picture that they have for it as well. Like, come on now. Yeah. So we find out her name later on is Queen Hachisuka, and she's a high schooler, junior, and her quirk is Queen Bee.
And she's also a part-time villain.
As well as being a high schooler. So we will see what her whole
Beyonce.
I'm dead. We'll see what her whole beehive shit. We'll see what her whole quirk, like we see that she controls like bees and they have some kind of like pink
liquid inside there.
Yeah, because they're mechanical, it looks like, not like real bees. So it looks like the trigger is in the bees because they go around and start turning up a whole bunch of instant villains and everything. And this is when we get one of the cooler scenes of the show. We get to see a whole bunch of the heroes that we know from My Hero come in and save the day and take down the villains. So Endeavor and all of those guys. What's his name? I forgot, but the Buster Hero, we get to see him for the very first time because they talk about him in the OG series, but they never actually show him the Buster series, the Buster Hero. Was it like Jet something? The Buster Hero, because that was the gear that Midori was using to like fly around and whatnot in the tournament, the festival. So
yeah, okay.
that was cool to see that.
You got Ingenium as well.
I was just about to say we got to see Ida's older brother Ingenium go to work too
for the real one.
For the first time, we actually got to see him in action and everything. So, and then all the other characters we know were just younger. So that was really cool. For the most part, that's pretty much it. Because at the end, after taking down everybody, they were trying to find the kid, and we come to find out he ends up going off with Queen, the villain. So we'll see how that goes.
Come on,
because I got a selfie with Pop Step. Isn't that cool?
I know, right? Which means she obviously got that selfie because she wants to use this kid to basically lure him in, to lure her back in. I want to say, and go from there. So it'll be interesting to see just the dynamic of what is to come from that.
For sure.
So she's not a real fan or really into all of that good shit. She's just doing this because whatever her quirk is, because that shit was weird as hell. Whatever that quirk is that she's using,
it clearly seems like he knows her.
Yeah,
Knuckle Duster. Because he said, "Have you seen anybody suspicious with a B quirk?" And as soon as fucking he destroyed one, she said something about that old geezer's up to it again. So they got some kind of previous relationship. So interested to see what that all turns out to be.
Airjet.
Yep. Airjet, the Buster Hero. I knew the Buster Hero part.
But shit, speaking of black holes, man, that Yami know me hits different, brother. Too bad we didn't get to see Yami this time. We had to see Light though, right?
I'm dead.
One Piece going crazy. Kizaru out there doing his thing.
Yeah. 2 good episodes.
Fighting. If you don't know by now, we're also inside of the One Piece section of things now. Forgot to click that button, but you should know by now.
Yeah, I would say really good episode. Really good episodes, actually.
Yeah, shit. Seeing the
Sentomaru fight. Yeah, Sentomaru and Kizaru fight and getting to see their backstory and everything. How they found him with Kizaru and Dr. Vegapunk, and it makes more sense why this whole situation is so much more difficult. Even though he's going to do what he's told to do, but you can understand the difficulty Kizaru's fighting with having to do this because he has such a connection with Sentomaru and Dr. Vegapunk. So that's cool to see. Like, even though he is admiral and doing what he's told, he still doesn't feel what he's doing is right, but he's still doing it anyway. So the internal struggle,
which is what we see from the admirals in general. We see Sakazuki, he's gonna do what needs to be done at all times.
Yeah, I don't think he cares
because he doesn't care. Yeah. Which he gives his ideology down to Green Bull. Then we have Kizaru, who's on the fence of both good and evil. I want to do it because it's my job. I don't feel morally right for doing it though, but I want to do it because it's my job. And then we have, of course, the final one, my favorite of all of them, Fujitora, who he's gonna always do what's just, and not just for the sense of this is on the Marines is just, but just in the sense of we're humans.
What's right and wrong.
Exactly. This is what's right and wrong. Yeah. So I definitely get that vibe from all of them. So what you're saying is definitely valid. He didn't want to do it at all. He didn't want to go up against Sentomaru. He didn't want to have to be the one who destroyed and got rid of Dr. Vegapunk.
Hey, but he out there and he beats Sentomaru's ass, didn't he?
Hey, beat the shit out of that defense.
Did what was told of him. And
what then, you saying? Your defense is good, but mine is better. Put your dukes up again. I taught you how to do this.
Man, and then you see the rest of the Marines starting to. Well, first, you see the Vice Admiral starting to bust
Oh
onto
my god, I love
the
Vice Admiral
scene.
Dahl. Vice
Doll,
Admiral Dahl. Oh my gosh.
yeah. See them come onto the scene, bust up and on the busting up the pacifistas and everything, and fucking Kizaru obviously ends up beating Sentamaru, and he calls off the pacifistas to tell them to basically switch sides to start storming the island. And then you see the Straw Hats still up in the dome trying to figure out York's password and all that kind of stuff to get out. And then when he finds out fucking Kizaru is there, when he busts a move up to the dome where they are,
He's made of light. He can get through lasers. He phased through lasers.
Man, then Lucci bitch ass, he decides to bust a move and goes after Vegapunk to kill him, but he ends up hitting Stussy because she comes in and blocks the shit.
Sanji,
and then Sanji bust a move. Now, I mean, let me borrow that. Boom, bust the shit on Kaku, and then fucking Zoro. Your ass thought you could act kind of reckless now that you got backup.
I know, right?
Like, yeah, I could do that shit. Between me and Kizaru, we could take you. And what Zoro say? Don't underestimate us.
Yeah, hey.
Don't underestimate us.
Brick fist. Hey.
Took that motherfucker out the building. So they finna have they fight next week and shit. So that's gonna be crazy.
I'm excited to see the animation for this, because the animation that they gave Luffy when he landed and hit that dynamic entry on fucking Kizaru, like, bro, I lost it, bro. Man. The spin flying in through the sky, everything like that. Hey, Luffy had
him coming up there thinking he was finna do some shit, and him landing. Everybody kind of scared, like, oh shit, all the trouble we've had with him so far. Landing. Luffy ass jumped up on the fucking, grabbed the shit, swung off and landed. That motherfucker tried to talk to him. Sashi Buriyana. It's been a while, motherfucker. Straw Hats. He was like, he didn't let him finish that shit. He said, fuck all that talking, let's do it. Instantly. I'm about that action. Instantly, the motherfucker, the lightning took off, kicked him. Like, hey, that's rude. What that motherfucker say? Hey, Kizaru, we 100 times stronger than we was 2 years ago. Don't fuck with us, gang.
Hey, man. Hey, Kaku learned firsthand, don't fuck with them. Especially with Zoro. Nigga, what? Nigga just woke up from a nap.
You ain't ready, gang.
Hey.
You ain't ready.
It's over with. Y'all may have gotten stronger, but we're 100 times stronger.
You ain't ready.
Big difference.
We ready. There. Y'all ain't ready.
We ready.
I'm dead.
Them Straw Hats on their Vega Force is on a run still. And as we see, and as we, if you read, of course, but as you can see, and in the next episode, the Vega Force is definitely going to take a turn for the worse from Kizaru, which we
can go ahead and get into that now, because the end was when Luffy kicked them.
Yep. So we get right into it. They started off. I think they started off with just Kuma. The backstory with Kuma, and every time I see Kuma, bro, I start to cry, bro. I tear up a little bit, bro, because we know what's going to come. You guys are not ready for this. If you think you're ready, you're not ready. We read, and I can see for myself. I read. I'm still not ready. 16.
No, not to see it animated. Of
course
not.
To see it animated, it's gonna hit completely different right now. Like reading it, cool. Like damn, like fuck.
You can feel it, yeah. But seeing it animated, hearing the voices, the emotion to it. When you first heard them cry back when they first kind of previewed that shit, you knew it was gonna be some shit when we finally got to it.
So now it's gonna be.
It is what it is.
Nothing but fucking tears. What do we got? In 2 weeks, next week or 2 weeks, we're gonna get the backstory.
I think 2 weeks.
Yeah,
2 or 3, because you gotta get whatchamacallit to come down.
So I'm ready for it. It's gonna be interesting. Nuke, welcome to the chat, big dog. I'm glad you dropped over right now. Welcome. This is gonna be very interesting though, because I really want to see just how this is gonna play out for real. It's a lot. Bro.
The shit with him and Akainu, and then where Kuma fucking, they kind of fight, but not really fight, because he goes up against the guard. Yeah, he goes up against the guards, and then Akainu comes and he gets out the jam with his ability and whatnot. Akainu clearly has no idea where he's going and everything, so
But we all know he always gets pulled right back to fucking. Because remember, so it started off with him, of course, having to leave from fucking um the Kamabaka Kingdom where the Revolutionary Army hideout is at. He goes all the way back over there after sending himself back. Now this was they put it a day before, and now we're at the current spot right now where he's talking to them, which means we're gonna get the reveal of what Sabo saw and that conversation he's gonna have with Dragon, Ivankov, all of them as well.
Just know shit is gonna go crazy.
Yeah, it's up, bro.
Yeah,
It's up.
but the good thing is the Straw Hats have, well, not the Straw Hats, but Vegapunk has cracked the code, so they can actually they can
Open the
finally
dome.
open the dome and leave and escape and everything. But because Kizaru's up there, he's going up against Luffy. Luffy, Gear 4 Snake Man can't take him, can't do really anything with him. He gets,
and you can tell like he's winded too. He's very much winded during this fight.
yeah.
So he's getting towards that stamina depletion plus that damage. I almost died, which plays a big factor later on in the episode as well.
So he fucking gets knocked back by Kizaru, fucking destroying Vega Force 1, unfortunately. So the ship is, because the ship, the Sunny was getting carried by Vega Force 1, so obviously the ship is down, the robots destroyed. Edith, what was it?
Lilith,
yeah, Lilith, Bonnie and Frankie are kind of down there dealing with the remnants of the explosion and everything, and they're gonna try and fight Kizaru.
said, "Run, just run!"
Yeah, they gonna try and fight Kizaru. Kizaru basically like knocks Bonnie the hell away, and then fucking
because he didn't want to do anything with her. Like he knows Bonnie's actual age.
It knows her backstory and everything. Yeah,
exactly. So he's like, I can't do this to somebody who I treat as like an acquaintance. I don't want to do this to more than one person, and just knocks her away real quick, gets rid of her real quick. So he's still doing the right thing that he wants to do. Unlike Paul Heyman, he's still helping out his friends, but he has to do his job still. Is Kizaru the wise man? Is Kizaru the wise man?
I am dead.
Kizaru's the wise man.
So from there, basically, he goes into the dome, the part where Vegapunk and the rest of the Straw Hats are and everything, and fucking because he had kicked Luffy ass off, the fucking, you hear the drums and all that shit kind of start and whatnot, but he's in there, everybody's kind of scared and everything of what's gonna happen, because they have PTSD from what happened to Sabaody and everything back in the day. So that's still there with them, obviously, even though they're so much stronger. I mean, they just beat fucking 2 emperors, but that's still there because of how bad it was for them losing those 2 years, kind of feeling like they let Luffy down because he lost his brother and all that kind of stuff, because they weren't there for him and all that. So
I mean, of course, we all know Usopp not gonna do shit anyway, but
I am there. So seeing him there and kind of scaring them and whatnot, and then you starting to hear the drums after he didn't kick fucking Luffy off, and Luffy obviously comes back. Yeah, so you hear the drums, and they showed the explosion part where he was going where he went to the dome and everything, and he came back, so he's okay, and now he's about to go up against fucking Kizaru. He gets super huge and fucking grabs his ass. Ran on the trees. Running in the air, running on the trees. Frankie and Bonnie saw that shit. And
what the hell was that?
Yeah. Grabs Kizaru, and we gonna get to work next week.
Has any of the Straw Hats up to this point right here seen Luffy fight in Gear 5?
I don't think they've seen it. They saw it. They saw it on video when he fought Lucci.
Yeah. They was like, "What's that white form?" Yeah, yep. But
Luffy got bleached.
Yeah. It's Michael Luffy.
Yeah. Yeah. So all in all, 2 good episodes,
Jackson.
And the fight really starts next week.
He getting inside here. We finna get the famous Chef Boy or Monkey D.
I'm dead.
Coming up real soon.
Some good stuff coming. You all will definitely enjoy it if you've enjoyed these past couple of episodes since Egghead has been back. The action, the suspense, the info dumps and all this other kind of stuff. It's coming. It's so much stuff in this art. Like we said, we're not gonna spoil anything. We're talking anime only, unless we say we're going to talk about and we will give a disclaimer that we are talking about the manga. But if we're just doing episode reviews, we're not gonna bring any of that stuff up. So you're in good hands with us in that regard. Because I know stuff was kind of shown and I didn't want to see stuff and all that kind of stuff. So I get it. I understand. I wouldn't do that to y'all. So we wouldn't do that to y'all here.
Not at all. Not at all. I haven't spoiled anything for anybody who didn't ask for it.
Yeah, facts.
If they ask, hey, can you just tell me anyway? All right, you sure? I make sure I ask for confirmation at least 2 or 3 times, and then I'll tell you.
I ain't gonna tell you the first time.
You sure you want to know? You want the right path though. You want the right path.
I feel it. So 3 good shows, 6 good episodes covered in this week's pod. We will come back and we will cover the most recent episodes of Lazarus and
To Be Hero X.
We will get that up as well, but we're kind of behind and we got a lot of stuff to cover, so we wanted to make sure we got this out for you all. So
and possibly
here it is.
Windbreaker,
maybe Windbreaker. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But we will catch. But all the 5 that we started off on at the beginning of the.
Definitely going with that.
We definitely gonna keep going with those for sure, and we might add Windbreaker.
We will get through the entire season. This is not like before where we
fall off. No. We gonna finish. No,
we'll finish the entire season.
Yes, sir.
It's what did we not? Yeah, we still didn't finish Demon Slayer. We finished it, but didn't finish it on the pod.
I don't think we finished Kaiju number 8 either.
Kaiju number 8, SLF. It's a few. But hey, look, y'all rocking with us.
New season, new rules. We gonna finish everything. You see, we made sure we doubling up on episodes. We gonna catch up and keep it rolling. So
next year, we working through.
I don't have any. I was gonna say I don't have any more vacations. For the next we gonna go on vacation to the next 5 weeks away.
5 weeks, yeah,
5 weeks away. So there should be no breaks in coverage between them for sure. So
I love it.
That's everything from us. We got the Rumble stuff that's up.
WrestleMania.
Or WrestleMania stuff that's up. Or it's in the same video, but we will have it on the re-uploaded version. It'll be cut. So we'll have all the WrestleMania stuff, the night 1, night 2 stuff. So if you just want to watch that, you can just watch that. And then if you want to watch all the anime stuff for Fire Force, My Hero, and One Piece, we'll have that in a separate video as well. So you don't have to find it or look around or anything. It'll be separated in 2 separate parts. But we covered it all in one pod.
But if you missed it and you want to go back and watch the live, you can do that. Go back and watch the live.
You can definitely do that.
See it all the way played through.
Yes,
the whole 2 hours and 12 plus minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So with that, because we got Raw coming up and I got to get my stuff ready for work. That's gonna be it for us. We appreciate you all for tuning in to the show. Because it was definitely a long one because we covered a lot. We hope that you made it this far, because if you did, it really helps out the video, helps out the channel. Whether you watched it or whether you just let it run, either or, it definitely helps the video out, which we definitely appreciate. If you did watch it, you did like it, you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that like button. You want to see more from the 1216 podcast, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to get notified anytime 12 drops something, anytime I drop something, anytime we drop something together, or anytime we go live, hit that notification bell, select all, and we will see y'all in the next one.